Hello and welcome back to Satisfactory Update 4, a Let's Play series. We are back in the Iron Products building in our mid-game lake base. This is the second floor, the floor producing reinforced iron plates with the stitched iron plate recipe. We set this up at the end of the last episode, and they're going to be fed through the rear of the building, and we're going to use a conveyor lift to take them up to the third floor. We got a ramp over here. So I've done a lot of prep between episodes. We've got a lot to get through. We're going to be using 8 assemblers with the steeled frame alternate recipe for modular frames. That's 2 reinforced iron plates per minute, 10 steel pipes per minute, 3 modular frames per minute. So that's 24 reinforced plates, or sorry, that's 24 modular frames per minute total that we'll be producing, and it's going to require only 16 reinforced plates per minute. Now we are making quite a bit more than 16, right? We've got 3 assemblers, each producing, I think it's 5.625 per minute. Check really quickly. Yeah, 5.625 per minute. So that's, that's like 30, more than 30. I guess it's close to like 33 per minute, a little bit more than 33 per minute. And we're only consuming 16 per minute, so we'll have an excess of 16 per minute that we'll put into storage. But the first step is to get the wall up, connect it with the belt, or lift. And then we'll so that's half of the equation, right? The reinforced iron plates. The other half is going to be the steel pipes. Let's get some splitters set up. We'll have the reinforced iron plates on the upper belt, and the steel pipes are going to be coming from the west. We'll put those on the lower belt, so we'll just watch the directions there, pick up some more iron plates. Only the orientation of the top splitter really matters. Deconstructing the others. Perfect. Okay. So a belt from the lift. Let's add, just for aesthetic purposes, add the bear poles on each side. This will be steel pipes from the west. This too steep? Okay. We'll use a conveyor lift for the reinforced iron plate then. They're spaced so that they connect automatically. It's super nice. And and totally deliberate. Wink, wink. Alright. We'll need some power here. This is going to be the last level of this building. We could put heavy modular frames above this, but that's... I mean, that needs 4 inputs. Only one of them is going to come from this building. I think that's going to be too complicated for like the system that we've got with these conveyor belts. We'll probably put that on in its own building once we've set up some sort of storage. So, walls. I'm just gonna rush through this here, put the bare bones, just so we can get the power running. Slight hitch. Game is starting to hitch a little bit with each autosave. That happens with Satisfactory as you progress. At least on my PC, running at ultra settings. Okay. So this will be panel window. Can I sneak up there? Through this window? Yes! Alright. We built a little sky... It's like a sky corridor, sky bridge. It's not... I mean... It's not what a lot of people in Satisfactory consider sky bridges, because it is, you know, anchored to other buildings. It's not completely unsupported. Now this was our the second level of our steel factory, where we're making the steel pipes. All I've done is I've placed a splitter between the outputs for the constructors and the window. Now this lower belt, it was leading to storage containers, and now it's going to lead to our future rotor stator motor building. And we're going to split it. It's not going to be a 50-50 split. I think we need something like 140 pipes for modular and heavy frames together, and we only need, that's 140 per minute. We only need 100 per minute for the rotor stator motor. Of course, you know, we can't even make heavy modular frames at the moment. We don't have any manufacturers. We can do it by hand, but not in an automated way, so it's not a big deal. So now we're just going to hit this splitter. We'll connect a conveyor lift to it, and it aligns right perfectly with this window. Done correctly. Okay. Let's head back down. Actually, really need just to what's the best way here? A ladder, I guess? If I can squeeze in there. Rinse. Really shouldn't. Okay. We'll try to parkour it. Failing pretty hard this. There we go. Can we... There's no way I'm doing that. Now let's use a ladder. Just a little one. Alright. Oh. Did I screw this up? Is this one too high? It appears to be one too high. Well, rather than lower the bridge, we just need to raise the lift. That's the easier solution there. The bridge is at the right height for the building. Put this up first, that'll help. Okay. This is going to be a lot easier. So we've got a hover pack. Let's get another ladder. Right. No. Panels. Belts. Already 12 minutes in, so much to do. Finish construction of that corridor between episodes. And we need power. And iron plates. Those are downstairs. Actually, we can probably just pop in one of these assemblers, steal some. Okay, let's see where the power's coming from. Alright. Put double-sided wall outlet here. Disconnected? Oh, it is. Okay. There we go. And we've got 8 machines, so we'll need 2 power knobs. Put them in the center here. This is approximately the center. connected to the grid. We've got reinforced plates moving, pipes coming in, LEDs are green. Okay, we're making modular frames. Now here's the tricky part. We need to not only export these modular frames to some storage location, right, so that they can later be used for heavy frames and beyond, but we also have quite a surplus of reinforced iron plates that we really need to get back down. So, pretty sure that we can check here, but I'm pretty sure we've already used all 3 lanes in this center section here. By 3 lanes I mean 3 conveyor lift lanes. Yep. Left, center, and right. So we'll need to go either left or right to export. Could even use a different side of the building. You know, we could export on like the northern side. Things are getting a little cramped here. Okay, not important. We'll think about that and come back to it. Let's keep making progress. We're making modular frames now. Window. I'll finish these walls and the ceilings between episodes. Next up on the list, I guess we should do the rotor slash stator slash motor building. I apologize for the jumping. I've received comments in the past about jumping being annoying to viewers. It's like such habit. Perpetual jumper, like a compulsive jumper in any game, the function. Okay, so this will be the rotor and stator building. We'll do 4 assemblies for stators, 4 of motors, or rotors rather. We're using the alternate recipe for rotors, the steel rotors. 10 steel pipes, 30 wire per minute produces 5 motors, or 5 rotors. And that much, we're using the alternate recipe because it uses the exact same ingredients in different amounts as stators. Stators need 15 steel pipes, 40 wire per minute to produce the same 5 stators. So, like using that alternate recipe just makes this whole setup so much easier. You can bring in wire and bring in your steel pipes and, you know, create both of the items that you need to make motors. So, we've got 2 belts moving 240 wire each. We're going to need both belts. We're not going to use everything, or we're not going to use all of the entire amount of wire on the belts, but enough that 1 belt just wouldn't cut it. Let's get a window here. Is this close enough? Nice. That's handy. Now we've got our cable here in the center, and like to get the cable out of it in a way that looks alright, I think what we'll have to do is like bring the cable up, you know, like, I don't know, maybe to here, and then maybe we can do something like this. Yeah, that should work, right? And then we can just like lead it out, or even do the other direction might be even better. Something like that. We could even do it closer, which is probably a better idea. Something like foundation here. hate that you can't see the orientation of these glass foundations until you lay them from above. If I go out here, to the side. Like that, we've snuck the cable out of the center there. Where's the cable at? Oh, we're not making it yet. But we will be. We will be. Okay. Got another panel window here. Just finish this off. Get the foundations. Underneath it, we can actually see which way that center support beam is oriented. Let's leave this without a foundation for now. We may be changing this window. We'll see. Nope. We're okay. We can already commit to using the west side. That's good. So, and this is something I hadn't considered. We've got 2 belts of wire, and we need to feed both of these. So probably the easiest thing to do here is to calculate how far we can get with 1 belt of wire. This is using 40 per minute, so these two will be 80. This is using, what, 30 per minute. So that'd be 60. So that's 140. Add another 30, that's 170. Add 40, that's 210. Oh, it's so close. Like, add another 30, we're at 240. That's the total amount of 1 belt. And then we really just need, you know, an additional 40 over here from that second belt. So we're gonna have almost, we'll have 200 out of 240 remaining. But there's no really easy way to do that. Man, the easy thing to do would be to split them up and then to merge them later and send the remaining off to storage. But I think instead we'll do something like this. Have the left belt here. Right belt, sorry, that's the right belt, the middle, left belt to the top. Let's grab our steel pipes. We're going to put these in the center. Good. Now we've got a 3 window here because we'll take the rotors and the stators up from these windows. So we'll have the pipes going on the lower rung. Okay, let's consider. I actually need to get the splitters up first. Okay, so is that centered? Yes. This is coming from the west. next? Last. Here's where it's going to get tricky. But we'll see if there's enough space. Okay. So, steel pipes, that's easy, you know? We've got enough steel pipes for all of these. It's the autosave hitch. Are these far enough away that we can use? Okay, good. Now we'll repeat that over here. Now for the tricky bit, or the wire. We know that that's fine. The second set is fine. The third set is fine. But now we've only got 30 wire per minute remaining on this belt. So we need to get the other belt down here. I think if we can manage it, it's going to... It's not quite what I want. There we go. One of these. We'll bring this belt across. Then, yes, bring it down. Alright. Yeah. I can definitely live with how that looks. Now here's the issue. We've got an additional 30 wire on this belt. Is it worth saving? Oh god, I'm tempted, you know? I am tempted. Can we make it work? Like, here's what step one would have to be, right? Remove these. One, two, and now smart splitter. Okay. Place the belts. Belt here. Now let's look at the splitter. Left, that's gonna be copper wire. Where are you, copper wire? Find. Wire. Right? Wire. Center. Overflow. So the splitter will now prioritize the left and right outputs, and then anything that's remaining, and only anything that's not used, will be overflow. Okay. Oh no, this is going to be rough, right? We've got to fit. I don't know if it's going to. It's not going to be pretty. What we really need to do here is merge. Merge this output, the smart splitter, with the output from that upper belt, or the input from that upper belt. Can we fit a merger in there? I don't think so. Oh man, it's like... No, look at that clipping. That is not acceptable clipping. What to do? Okay. Now, we put a merger here, right? Then we can connect. So now the overflow is feeding into the merger. Connect the merger to the splitter. That's fine. Nothing new there. Oh, I'm not crazy about it. I don't think that's going to... I think the game is going to let that fly. Though, maybe. Unreal. Unreal. Okay. I did not think that would work. Okay, waste not, want not. We've made it work. I don't like this, though. Let's just change this a little bit here. That looks better. And we'll do one of these. Okay. That I can live with. Yeah. Yep, I can live with that. Okay. So these are making stators, these are making rotors. Let's get a ceiling on and some power nubs. 32 minutes. Okay, we're pushing it. Let's see, what do I want? Foundations. Okay, we'll need 2 Mark II wall outlets. Center them, or approximately center them. There we go. Okay, so right here. Connect that to the other nub. Okay, now we're going to need a power switch. We'll need power over here, double-sided. Here. Just trying to avoid any clipping issues, even with wires. And we'll connect that to whichever nub has less. It's 5. Are they both 5? Okay. Yeah, of course they are. Now, let's find a power pole. Way over here, eh? Don't love that. Okay, we'll address this wire clipping between episodes. We'll Also, these placement of these power poles, that's not very clean, not very orderly. Okay, so we're hooked up to the building. This will be the motor. Rotor. There's a character limit on here that it's kind of, oh, okay, we barely made it fit there. Maximum consumption 1575. Production 1200. Not great. Not great. Okay. But all the LEDs are green. We're making products. Let's set up some mergers really quickly. Still need to set up motors. Outputting to the west. Probably don't need Mark IIIs there, but yeah, definitely not, but it's fine. Also outputting to the west here. Stators. There's a weird belt visualization bug with experimental right now where you often don't see the items that are actually on the belts. Then we're just going to line up some conveyor lifts. Okay, that looks good. Repeat it right over here. Is that blind? Definitely a few ways that the game's regressed in Update 4. You can no longer upgrade Mark I miners to Mark II just by plopping one down on top of the existing Mark I miner. You have to deconstruct the Mark I miner. That's annoying. Also, the way that belts connect to already placed belts, sometimes you can't, the orientation of the belt, the directional flow of the belt will not mesh with the existing connections. But it's not even on early access yet. I'm confident these will all be addressed. Okay, so producing rotors and stators. That's, step one. Now I'm going to pause recording briefly, lay down this floor, and we'll put up some motors, or we'll start automating motors. Alright, we're back. This is still the rotor/stator factory. This is the second floor, and 2 assemblers, that's it. We're making 20 rotors per minute and 20 stators per minute. Each motor assembly takes 10 of each, so we only get 2. And this is really how Satisfactory works. The higher in the tech tiers you get, the more complex the machines, the smaller amount of each assembly that you have for each part. So all that's left is to hook up these belts. Conveyor lifting the rotors and the stators to the second floor. Let's see, what do we got here? Guess it doesn't matter. There we go. This one comes down here. Stators. There was an interesting visual bug. It's not visible now, okay. Now we'll hook up the power. And we're making motors at a rate of 10 per minute, 5 per machine. That's, you know, that's respectable. For a mid-game base, 10 motors per minute, that's definitely enough. You know, like I've said a few times, the end goal here will be much greater than this, multitudes more. You know, we're shooting for 5 of each of the highest tier space elevator parts per minute, as well as 10 turbo motors, 10 supercomputers, and 10 of the fused heavy frames. Is that what they're called? Fused heavy frames per minute. So we're gonna need like just so many more resources. So motor factory's done, essentially done. Like let's try to output these here, I guess. We're really starting to feel the lack of a storage site here. Like I can put some of the walls up, but not all of them, because we're not quite sure at this point where the you know, the products are being exported to. There's the motors on this level here. We've got our excess wire being exported here. And ideally, you know, it'd be nice to have a supply of rotors as well, because you need rotors for your assemblers. I could talk. But right now we're using 100% of our rotor production. I guess at a later date I could set up, you know, like an overflow smart splitter. But that would be something else that we would need to, you know, find an export location from this factory for. Okay, so I think one thing left. Basically, at this point, we're making all of the, well, nearly all of the materials we need for space elevator parts. We still need to address cable. Let's go do cable right now. That's just going to be super quick. So heading back to the copper items factory building. Wire on this floor. Wire on this floor. Now we need cable for the smart or automated wiring. Is that what it's called? Yeah, automated wiring. Cable and stators. So we've just got 4 constructors here. They each require 60 wire per minute, so that's 240 total. That's an entire belt of wire, an entire Mark III belt. So let's try to make this look nice as possible. You know, this is a mid-game base. I've spent a lot of time on this mid-game base, knowing it's all temporary. You know, this is all coming down once we're through the tech tiers. It'd be a little sad to see it go. It's a good-looking base, you know, like you could easily, depending on, you know, the goals you set for your playthrough, you could have something like this, and I see people do this. They construct, you know, their final product like this. But for the goals that I've set myself for this playthrough, there's just not enough space here on this lake without going, you know, like super sky bridgey floating platforms. Which is fine, you know, no judgment. That's just, I'm trying to make things look at least semi-realistic, like a factory. Like if you look out these windows, you can just see how quickly this factory is growing. Really need like a lookout tower or something. And we should probably start thinking about streetlights too, right? Okay, let's put a splitter here. And another here. Now we'll change the orientation, we'll flip it. Okay, we're using 100% of this belt. Let's grab a wall attachment. Use the right angles. Now we'll just belt it up. Just wrapped it all the way around. Super, super basic, but clean. And we're making cables. Power is already hooked up. And that is just lifted back down to the ground level. Alright, episode's gonna run a little long, but there's one last task that I want to accomplish here. Now I belted the limestone over, and I've set up just, a really simple array of constructors for concrete. Man, I love this system of buildings with like streets and like alleys to duck between. Okay, here we go. Need some help getting up there. No. Let's try that again. Okay, so we've got the limestone here. Let's finish belting it. Come on, work with me. No, not quite. There we go. Okay, so limestone entering. We've got 12 constructors set up. That's actually too many. We can really only support 10.6 constructors, but I added the final two, with the assumption that, at some point it's pretty easy to find another limestone node. They're everywhere, right? There's probably one closer than what I belted to. Or what I belted from. Yep, 413 meters away. That's not too far. So, we can always explore that at some point. This is super basic. Limestone's coming in. I guess we're not powered yet. Let's address that. We'll put a power nub, double wall outlet right here. I kind of hate that. I can't see what's going on. That's just like a recipe for clipping, right? Just asking for it. Let's put it right in the center. Yeah, we can make that work. Power switch. flip it so we can see the lever. Not sure what these things are called, like the technical term. So this will be, oh, well that's not gonna work. There's a, yeah, that was dumb of me. Maybe the other side would be a better option over here. It really was my intent to get this done quickly. Okay, so this is going to be... Okay. We'll do it right here for now, we can always change it later. Let's just get it done. Power switch. I don't like that it defaults to being, you know, kind of like oriented backwards. It's a minor change that they could work on. We'll address this wire clipping. Actually, did we? Yeah, definitely clipping. Okay. We'll address that between episodes. So that's the power grid. Now we need another node for the building's power grid, right? You know, we could just use another double node right here. Connect that to these machines. They should all turn on. Oh, I haven't flipped the switch yet, that's why. I hate that, but we'll deal with that clipping between episodes. This will be the concrete. Industrial beam. Yeah, that's way too long. Concrete, encased, industrial beams. There we go. Max consumption, well above our production right now, but current consumption is below, so we're fine. Okay, we're making concrete at the lake. Now, here's the thing we need to think about. For encased industrial beams, I've opted to go with the steel beam default recipe, not the arguably better steel pipe recipe that uses less concrete per beam. And that's just because we're basically using up our entire supply of pipes right now, and there's not a huge need to swap it over. You know, I don't want to completely eliminate beams at this point. So it just makes sense to use the beams here. So I had to like rearrange this walkway a little bit just to include the steel beams here, and then they'll drop down one level. Is this right? Yeah, okay. We'll drop down right over here. We're going to bring the concrete up. And we'll bring the steel beams over. And now we need 4 assemblers for encased industrial beams. Okay, the episode ran a little long. We're at the end of it. I'll go ahead and set up these 4 assemblers. And then between episodes, I'm going to go ahead and just, you know, craft the space elevator parts, quick and dirty. This is like the last thing that we need to automate to be like fully compliant with the current milestone unlocks. I realize there are a few more resources we could tackle. Caterium. Oh, that's annoying. Caterium needs to be done at the lake, but that's it's not a pressing issue right now. Not gonna have a huge need for Caterium automation until the next milestones unlocked. So between episodes, I will do the quick and dirty automation for the space elevator parts, and aside from that, we have legitly automated everything that's possible to automate for these current milestones. And I feel really good about the way this factory looks. That's wrong. Let's get the spacing right. There we go. Okay. So we've got our beams. I don't know where the concrete is. Why isn't the concrete up here? Is it just a visual bug? Or did I not connect? Yeah, okay, that's why. Concrete's not connected. That's fine. And these are backwards. This is what happens when you rush. There we go. And the standard splitters. So there's really not a need to automate the industrial beams just yet. They're not really needed for anything except the Mark II miners. But very shortly, like basically in the next episode, we'll have unlocked tiers 5 and 6. And because of my efforts collecting hard drives, I have a huge supply of, computers and motors and heavy modular frames just waiting to be thrown into the hub for those milestone unlocks. So we'll get all of that done, and the next episode will hopefully start with the vast majority of the milestones in tiers 5 and 6 unlocked, and then we'll just start, automating every new tech that we've gained access to. So thanks for watching, guys. Man, we're making a lot of progress, and we have so much more to do. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Hit the like button, and I'll see you all